All right, what's going on, everyone? So we are officially in a calorie deficit, and it's been a few days now, and I am already starving. So, uh, what the reason for it is, my friend Clay is now a promoter of a couple NPC shows, and he asked me to uh, be a special guest and possibly guest pose at one of his shows in 9 weeks. So this is going to be interesting considering I'm still 100% off everything. And uh, I just don't want to look bad. So I haven't fully committed to guest posing yet. I told him I would for sure be there to support his show and, be a special guest there at the check-ins and stuff like that. But as far as actual guest posing, I said, give me a few weeks and let me see how I look, because I'm still pretty lean from the front. From the side shots are okay, but I hold all my fat back here, that lower back and the glutes and hams. So I want to make sure I can tighten that up. 9 weeks is plenty of time to tighten that up quite a bit, but I'm also doing it 100% natural. So it's I don't want to rush it, because you can get peeled to the bone as a natural. There's no excuse there. You can definitely get peeled whenever you're natural, but you want to be a little smarter about it. Do it a little bit slower usually, because if you rush it, that's when you can definitely lose muscle. Like, that's when it's easier to. Oh, I got an open one right here. That's when it's easier to lose muscle and go catabolic whenever you rush it, not having any anabolic help. So I don't want to lose muscle for sure. So anyways, breakfast here, we got 80 grams of oats. I was doing 100, 120 usually, also adding a banana usually. But like I said, I'm freaking starving already, so it's been a few days. And when I start getting starving, this might look weird adding spinach in there, but you can't really taste the spinach, and it just makes this a little more voluminous, gives you a little more food in your belly to take up space without actually adding really any calories. So it's going to look weird whenever it's done, because I'm going to do spinach and I'm going to do blueberries, and then the entire loaf I make will probably look like mold, but it is what it is. So I don't really measure the spinach, but that was like 100 grams. I'm going to do about 100 grams of blueberries. And that's it. I got 2 cups, which is 460 grams of egg whites. And you saw me throw some cinnamon in there. So I'm giving it a little splash of water. Not much, just a splash. And then right on there. And then just going to blend that up, microwave it in a Tupperware container. And while it's microwaving, I'm going to go do my cardio. So I started adding in 30 to 40 minutes of cardio every day. Leg days, I'm back it down to 30, but today's a rest day, so got to get that 40 minutes in. So I'm gonna blend this up, get breakfast going, go hit my cardio, do a little posing practice, and get some breakfast in, get this day started. Actually, the day got started a long time ago, but I've already been to the gym, trained clients. I'm freaking starving. All right, cardio time. Breakfast is cooking. Got to get this done though. Obviously, the loaf doesn't take 40 minutes to cook, and I am starving, so I might split the cardio up today. It is a rest day, so maybe I'll do 20 minutes now, 20 minutes later, or I might get in the zone and just be like, screw it, let's get this over with. But as long as it gets done. Anyways, this is going to be an interesting little cut, because I turned pro natural. Most people might know that already if you've been following me for a while. So I haven't done, for one, a prep coaching myself, or a cut coaching myself, or 100% natural since I coached myself to turn pro. So I'm going to be kind of going back to my roots here and re-experiencing and relearning how I did it back then. So this is going to be interesting. I mean, I do believe I was probably the most shredded, possibly the most shredded ever when I turned pro. But that was also because I had to make weight for classic physique, and that was a struggle. I turned pro before they changed any of the weight limits. The original weight limits for classic physique were ridiculously low. At 5'8", I had to be 177 pounds. That was horrible. So I was pretty much emaciated to make weight. And I don't know how I didn't lose more muscle, as I was natural still. But it worked. I went pro, and within like 2 years, I couldn't make weight for classic physique anymore. But it's all good. This will be interesting. I do have an appointment with a fertility doctor in like 2 weeks. And I already went and gave my samples and everything. And if the results come back positive that I've got plenty of swimmers and everything like that, then I think the plan's probably going to be to bite the bullet on price and just go ahead and freeze some so that I can get back to doing what I want to do. Because I know a lot of people probably struggle with fertility issues and stuff like that. And it's a pain for anybody that has to deal with it. But for me, it's kind of putting my career on hold at the same time, because I can't really do what I need to do while I'm trying to increase my fertility. Obviously, I can't be on any testosterone. I can't take anything else that would impair that. So I'm still getting the food in. I'm still getting the training in as hard as I can. But, obviously at the pro level and try and get it back to the Olympia, there's more involved. And, I can't do any of that. What all the other pros are doing while I'm going through this. So I'm really hoping that in a couple weeks, good news, and I can go freeze my little guys and get back to business. So anyways, I'm going to finish this cardio and get on with the day. I'll show you when I get to breakfast how that loaf turned out, all moldy looking or whatever. Whew, all right. I said screw it. We're getting the whole 40 in. I'm so drenched and sweaty. I don't want to have to do this again. Whew, all right, cardio is done. I knocked all 40 minutes out, but my body is not quite used to doing so much cardio yet. It'll get easier, but this is the first week, so it is what it is. So that's the loaf. I told you it wasn't going to look very appetizing coming out with the spinach and blueberries mixed, but it still tastes freaking delicious, all right? But this is much lower calories than what I've been doing, because I've been doing more oats, adding a banana, and then adding peanut butter on top. So, or almond butter, whichever one I had. So this is going to be delicious still, but not very filling. I'll be hungry pretty quick after. Like yesterday, my appetite was insane all day, and it still is. So, all right, got it cut up on the nice little bite-sized pieces. Sugar-free syrup for the win. And also, since I am 100% off everything natty life, I am taking these products to help give me a little boost. All right. So Performx Labs, the Alpha Max is your like natural test booster. Uh, you know, I know there's a ton of research on them and stuff like that. I know Performx is amazing with their formulas and everything like that. I don't know how much any natural test booster actually will do. Obviously, especially when I'm used to taking actual testosterone. But if it can help at all, why not try? So, and I have felt better. I've been taking it for a couple weeks now. I have started feeling better. My test levels in my last blood work were pathetic. So even if it raises them up close to the normal range, like because I was below normal range, so I'll feel a ton better just by getting it close to the normal range. So if it can do anything, why not try? All right. And then the Mass Max is more like your all natural kind of anabolic booster to help build muscle and recover faster and stuff like that. So all natural ingredients, but I definitely have felt better since I started taking them. So if that is something you're looking for, whether you're coming off cycle and want to keep getting a little boost, or if you are a natural athlete and you want to give something that's natural that can help a bit, it can't hurt. Mm. It's still delicious. It might look weird, but it's still good. Meal number 2, we got 200 grams of air fried chicken breast. We got one serving, which is only 20 grams of carbs of these Quaker cheddar popped, and then some broccoli and some carrots. I've always loved carrots, and you get like 85 grams for like 8 carbs. So it's just nice. And this is a low carb meal. All right. So making a taco, burrito, whatever for dinner. I'll probably still have a protein shake after this, but this is going to be the main meal for the night. So after the second meal, I did have meal 3 was the exact same as meal 2 I showed you. The chicken with the Quaker popped, and I didn't have the vegetables with that one. And then I had 2 little Greek yogurts after that. So freaking starving. It's been a pretty light day as far as food goes. I don't know how I'm gonna wrap this thing up because I'm weighing out this beef and it just keeps piling up. But I need at least 200 grams on there. There we go. So that beef is just 96.4 ground beef. Threw some of this taco seasoning in it and some bone broth. And that's how I cook that up. And then on the tortilla, which the tortilla is carb counter tortilla. So there's only actual 4 net carbs in one of these tortillas. So I would do 2 to make it so it wasn't so ridiculous, but there's so much fiber in here that I don't want that much fiber all at once. That'd be problematic on my gut. So I got the tortilla. I got some shredded lettuce, a little bit of salsa, and just a sprinkle of this shredded cheese. I don't want a lot, but I gotta have some cheese on there. So Mexican four style cheese. I mean, obviously it's cheese. Macros aren't gonna be great, so just a sprinkle on there. It's less than probably half a serving, and then this is what makes it. Top it off with the Taco Bell hot sauce. So That is going to be delicious. So I'm going to get this down, chill for a bit. And then, like I said, I'll probably just have a protein shake, about 50 grams of whey before I go to bed. And that's it. So I'm hungry. Today was a rest day, so even less food than on a training day, but I am pumped. I'm actually feeling very recovered. So I kind of wanted to train today, but I'd already set it as a rest day. Um, Tomorrow is going to be a good workout, and I'll get to eat a little bit more food. So let's see if this is even any possible way I can. Oh, that's gonna be it. This is gonna be a mess. This is just gonna be a mess. Oh yeah, this is gonna be sloppy, but delicious. Mm.